And we're live. Groovy. Sorry about that, the cat had to be seen to before we start so I can get away. Right then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are we missing? We are missing a Chris logged into Foundry. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, sorry, just a sec.
Nope, no props. What I can do is, everyone else is signed in and has no problem accessing their character sheet, I take it. Cool, excellent. In which case... yep, you can even wiggle them. Good, nice to see. Right, to give Chris a little time, I will throw us over into the intro video. We'll be back in a couple of moments, folks. Don't go away. Hello folks, and welcome along to the continuing adventures of the USS Combs. I'm MJ the GM, and I will be your games master for the next couple of hours, and with me are the crew of the Combs. So let us take away my silly face and show you what you actually came here to see. Which is these guys. Right. Glory to Starfleet. Yes, indeed. So we've now got everybody in. Grooves. So, before we begin in earnest, I am once again going to hand things over to Chris in order to plug his gaming channel.
Hello, yeah, nothing too much for me at the moment. Still just trucking away on the Dragon Quest review. In the meantime, feel free to check out my channel for some nostalgic retro reviews. Thank you.
And also, don't forget to check out his interview with Watersurf, if you feel so inclined. Right then. Let's take that away for the moment. Okay, so, yes, well, last time we were here 2 weeks ago, you found yourselves in a bit of a sticky pickle. If that is indeed the correct term to use. Sticky... I kind of combined the sticky wicket from cricket with a pickle from culinary
I was
expressions.
About to put that in Discord. Didn't you mean sticky wicket?
I thought I'd be a little clever and combine two things and ended up pulling off neither. We'll call that a flat roll of a 20, shall we? And we'll just move on. In any case, yes, you guys were put onto a convoy covering mission. You were to escort a convoy to Array 3-5, if I recall, which is a science array crewed by both Starfleet and Klingon scientists in a hard-to-reach area of the Shackleton Expanse. Whilst in transit with your other fellow convoy cover crew, the MupwI, yes, you hit some kind of, or they rather, the MupwI hit some kind of electromagnetic eddy, whoever this eddy person appears to be, and knocked them out of warp, which meant that the entire convoy had to come out of warp and rendezvous back with the MupwI and try to get the problem resolved. Turns out there's lots of electromagnetic eddies in this general area causing problems for sensors. And it wasn't long before you were attacked by a pair of opportunistic, or so it seemed, Orion fighters, which ordinarily would be no match for the Combs and the MupwI, but it's when they were joined by a flotilla of around 6 Klingon birds of prey, all linked to the rather hated House Varoth. And it appears that the new sensor and computer updates that had been installed in both the Combs and the MupwI, as well as other ships that operate out of Narendra Station in order to try and compensate for the electromagnetic and gravitic anomalies of the Shackleton Expanse, may or may not have contributed to Captain Darkran, currently leading this enemy fleet, may have allowed him to hack into your communications and start being generally smarmy about the whole predicament. And so, let us go to the situation as we find it. So, we've got the nebula that we're currently in area of space, near a nebula, separated into a number of distinct zones. We of course have the electromagnetic eddy, which is creating complications in the area. But at the moment we have the MupwI, who is looking to try and stave off a small fleet of 4 Kur destroyers, which are old-style Klingon ships not seen for quite some time. Whereas the rest of you guys are taking on, oh my pardon, not 6 but 5 birds of prey. They moved in to try and essentially shoot at you guys whilst also moving in on the convoy. The one Orion Raider you did manage to take down is currently inert. There's one left, and they kind of cleared out the moment the Klingons arrived. They're still loitering, but they are less of a problem now. So, here's me zooming in and out like an idiot. We have... Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Commander Tavish, your chief engineer, is currently stuck on the MupwI, if I recall.
Yes.
And one of the last things you did was try something.
I did. I tried to hack the systems, and that's when we fell in. Well, Tavish fell into a trap which broadcast kind of thing.
Yes.
I had rolled a 20, and I didn't have anything to sort it out.
So there's a complication being made. Apparently the communication systems may now be compromised. Not good. But this is the situation we now find ourselves in. So we've got the Combs with some of its shields, not much of its shields down, but either way, still operating. Klingon flotilla is operating as one distinct entity in this space battle. Same goes for the Kur destroyers. We will run a quick dice simulation as to what's going on between the MupwI and the destroyer flotilla when we get there. But for the moment, we're going to concentrate on you guys. So we will get back to what you guys want to do next, just as soon as we make sure that everybody is caught up and doesn't have any questions or comments. Anything that I may have forgotten from that briefing and that you guys remember was an important point, now would be the time to bring it up.
I do know that Tavish was connected to the Klingons' computer on the
MupwI.
Yes.
You tried to link both the Combs and the MupwI together to do some kind of synchronized attempt to crack the Klingon communication.
Yes.
And try and disable the birds of prey, if I recall.
Yes. I forgot I was connected because I could have re-rolled that 20, but it's, like I said, that was fine.
Well, you know.
But but if the MupwI does, I think it's breaches. Hold on.
Yep, check your abilities. Tokens are over on that side of the map currently.
Yes, so I can reroll 1d20 on any task using computer, which I was at the time. With me being hooked up to the MupwI's computer, however, if the computer or the ship containing it is damaged, you immediately suffer deadly thought injury with the piercing quality.
Ooh.
So, do we want to... Well, do you now want to re-roll that complication? Since that was literally the last thing we did.
No, because we decided that that we were going to let it through because I completely forgot. You had already kind of gone, yeah, okay. It doesn't work. They've hacked into your system, kind of thing. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. You know, that's what we said last time.
All right. Okay. We're essentially now finding ourselves in the equivalent of another round in space battle. So you guys, as ever, started off. Now, as was said last time, we've got the multiple command stations over on the left here, where we represent who's stood in what station on the ship. Folks on their turn can move from one station to the next easily enough with a minor action. They can relocate themselves. And departments can take more than one action. But if you are doing so, like using tactical to fire twice, then after the first time it becomes progressively more difficult the more times you try and do a similar action from the same station. So, you know, you could conceivably pile everybody onto the tactical department as you all take turns one after the other firing, but it would become one more difficult for the second person, then more difficult again for the third person, and so on and so forth. So the likelihood of being able to get a successful outcome decreases the more times you use something in a specific round. So, with that in mind, this is a brand new round. You guys get to go first. What do you want to do?
I think, on sensors, I want to scan for weakness.
This is almost painful to hear. You straining your voice, Connie. Are you sure you're okay to do this? You don't just...
I can do it.
Okay. Just don't hurt yourself. We're not worth it. So, but you know, if you need
Don
to
Connie.
communicate via text, Don Connie. And I just leapt to one of his other roles there. The immediate quote I came up with was, "I could have been a contender," but never mind. Let's move along. All right, so Connie says she thinks that Gerkow can use sensors to try and scan for weakness. Everybody on board with that idea?
Yeah, setting up to most likely hit is a good idea.
Okay. Now, as I noted, the 5 birds of prey are pretty much operating as one single entity, so you can consider them essentially individual ships, but they are moving as a cluster. They're moving and fighting as a formation. So you can essentially say that you are scanning one ship amongst that cluster for because you're only going to be able to hit one ship, not hit everyone with the same shot. Unless, of course, you modify your weapon systems to do like a spread shot, but that's actually quite difficult in space compared to when you use a phaser. but it is a consideration. So I won't ask you to pick out a specific ship, just to do the roll. So if we are looking at sensors, then scanning for weakness is a control and science jobby. Now, if I remember, it might very well be. There's a checkbox you can use at the bottom when you do perform task. You've got a checkbox you can put, is the ship assisting? Which of course it is. In this case, the ship is assisting. So let's give that a try, because I know Chris has used it, and I didn't notice where that option was until recently. This is how recent some of these changes have been, and I still haven't seen them. So, to scan for weakness, Gerkow needs to give us control and science. You can use your god complex. God focus. Bit of a Freudian slip there. Freudian? No. It was just an actual slip. And the ship is contributing sensors and security.
Okay.
Ah, and it did it. Look at that. Badoosh, badoosh. It's 2 successes in all, which I do think satisfies the conditions. Yeah, difficulty of 2. So if this succeeds, the next attack made against that ship increases its damage by 2 or gains the piercing quality. Your choice. More kaboom or through its resistance?
I think I'm leaning towards more kaboom, but what do others think?
More kaboom.
Alrighty then.
Making a mistake that I did last time, which was I did not write down my dedication that I used last time. I didn't make a note of it. Oops.
That's fine. We learn from our mistakes, and now that you've admitted
I'm
it
currently
openly to
writing it
everybody,
down.
to the internet forever, you know that you can alleviate that mistake now. It's great. It's fine. It's a learning
I'm fixing it
opportunity.
now.
Right then, so Gerkow does a scan of one of the birds of prey in that cluster, and well, you determine that it's probably better to throw some extra juice into the, or indeed you can get more damage out of your weapons if you target specific points on the birds of prey. So yes, you can now any damage that you deal against one of those ships will now be 2 extra. Cool. That's one of yours. Unless now you've only got 3 momentum in the pool. And it is going to be... Let me see if I can remind myself here. Where are the... Now that's ship combat momentum spans. Resolve attacks, tactical major options, minor options, leadership major actions, do. I do believe it was 2. Momentum to allow you to retain the initiative. Do you want to do this?
This is a new round, correct?
This is a new round, yes.
There's a reason why I asked.
Decisive leadership. Once per round, you or my allies may keep the initiative for free. There we go. Very
If we
nice.
want to.
So you now have that option of doing that without it costing you momentum.
But I can only do it once per round, so we got...
So we've got to get more momentum in doing this.
Essentially. So what would you like to do?
That's the reason why I took it.
Yeah, and you know, it shows Hopkins' fast reactions in the command seat.
We want to get closer to them, but rather than being in an attack pattern, being invasive. Because we're not going to be able to attack them right away. But it makes it harder for them to hit us.
So you want your helm officer, essentially, to take the next immediate action to reposition the ship.
That's my idea. What do the others think?
Yep. Anybody else?
Well, so we can do an evasive action because Zhang does have precise evasion, which does not increase her difficulty to attack.
Ooh, then that's definitely a good idea.
Dave, Chris, Connie, what do you think of this plan? Unless you've muted yourselves. Unless, of course, you think, Liz and Mark have got this. Let's just go for a fag. let's just go up for a quick ciggy.
Yeah, I'm perfectly honest with.
That's not how you hold a cigarette. Yes, go on.
With Tavish not being on the ship, I'm just leaving this to them. So,
Tavish is not on the ship, so whatever happens to the ship,
the player can still have input here.
Oh no! I'm not. This is as much of input as I'm having. I'll go with whoever has the most votes. So
abstaining.
You could roll to make your vote.
If it's that hard for you, flip a coin or something.
I end up abstaining.
Yeah, as abstaining. Chris and Connie, any better ideas than what Liz and Mark are proposing, or are you good with the evasive maneuvers?
I got nothing really. Let's just, I'm down with some, evasive maneuvers.
Cool. So, utilizing Captain Hopkins's decisive leadership, this is the once per round you can keep the initiative. So, Lian Zhang, being your helm officer, can take her turn next. A minor action using impulse or even just thrusters can get you back into the same zone as the convoy, the MupwI, and the birds of prey. That's no problem. Either I can move the combs, or you guys can. It's up to you. I'll do it then. Swing the combs back in. Okay, so using thrusters to get into this zone. That was her minor action, and as her major action, she can declare evasive. What that essentially means is that if and when the Klingons take shots at the ship, it's going to be, rather than a flat difficulty, it's going to be an opposed roll between your ship and their attack. So, we have to wait until they make their attack. That is you guys holding the initiative, which means now it's my turn. And so the birds of prey are going to try something. So let me get... What do we do here? Let's... Going to use the minor action to calibrate sensors in order to ignore a single trait affecting the task, which will be electromagnetic eddy. So we're ignoring eddy, and we are doing scan for weakness. Control science, sensors and security. So let's see if we can do this.
Did Eddie do something wrong?
Sensors, security, birds of prey, they are talented crew, rather than exceptional. This is going to be... What is it? Scan for weakness. There we are. Is that everything? Sensors and security, talented, da-da-da-da-da. Roll dice. What did I get? I apparently got 4 successes. I needed 2, which means there is 2 going in the threat bank. And they are going to... ignore your resistance. So what do we call that? There's an actual word for it. Penetrating? That was it. Penetrative attack. Whatever it's called. Am I getting that wrong?
Good.
I'm getting that wrong. What was it? It was persistent. It was piercing. There we are. Jeez. Excuse me. Sorry, folks. Talk about Freudian slips. Jeez. Right, so their Klingons are using the piercing quality to get past the Combs' significant amount of resistance. And you know what? You guys did it. I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna spend the 2 threat that I just got given in order to retain the initiative. The Klingon birds of prey are going to attack as one unit. Which means they're going to make a tactical action. Tactical minor actions. Let me see. We're going to use targeting solution to either re-roll a d20 or choose which system on the Combs we are targeting. And then we're just going to plain old fire. So let's do this again. Targeting the Combs. So these guys are talented. We are using weapons and security. This is a starship attack. But this is where the Combs get to roll against us. So that's a good point, actually. Who wants to be Lian Zhang?
Go on then.
Cool. What we need then is essentially, if you are doing evasive maneuvers, then this is how we do it. We need Lian Zhang to roll daring and con, assisted by the ship's structure and con. So that little checkbox for the ship assisting. Check it.
Combs. What about like systems and department would be con, wouldn't it? System would be. What would systems be for ship assisting in this case?
Structure and con.
Structure. Thank you. Right. And do I have any focus?
I would imagine Lian Zhang has a few.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Boom.
And what did we get? 2 successes.
Ooh.
What we're doing. So that's what they need to get honor over in order to. Is it honor over? Let's check. If you win the opposed task. Until the start of your next turn, all attacks made against your ships have a +1 difficulty. You cannot take this action. The ship is currently benefiting from defensive fire. Well, you're not doing that, so. So, let's see. You do get the option if you win this. So if, you guys get, or if I get less than your 2 successes, that you can also move the ship, but you positioned yourself here, so I imagine this is where you want to be. So, I gotta get over that. Let's see how I do. Another 18. But I got 3 successes, which means I do win that exchange. So, that group of 5 birds of prey actively scan the Combs and then unleash a fusillade with their wing-mounted disruptor cannons, which means I get to do the following. Where is it? Starship Disruptor. Boom, 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 boom. So, that gives us The disruptor cannon is a 7, but there's one for each of them, so it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They are ignoring your resistance, so that is 11 damage, which leaves us with... boom! Your ship has its shields reduced past 50% in one great big attack, and this means that your ship is now shaken, so shake everybody! This also means that the commanding officer has to make a choice. If the damage reduces the ship's shields to below half its maximum value, the ship is shaken, with the commanding officer picking a damage result from what I'm about to say. You can either brace for impact, which means on the next turn a character aboard this ship takes, they may not take a major action. So somebody of your crew who hasn't gone yet can only take a minor action, not a major one. Or
make that me. So I won't be able to do as much.
If you have reserve power, you lose it, or you suffer a complication. So, Captain, which is it?
No, you'll need me to put the shields up because Tavish isn't here. Beans.
Long for gore. If you're gonna do it.
I mean,
But don't we need him to shoot? No, that's
Zonvagor?
the...
You're thinking of Dyneth.
No, Dyneth. Yeah, Zonvagor. Sorry, mate.
I mean, Zonvagor could also help with the shields.
Shields,
They do have
yes.
more power. So, I was honestly thinking Hopkins.
Hopkins lose a major action? That's certainly an option. If that's what you want to go with.
I think some of the stuff I can do is just minor actions.
Some of your major actions can be things like assisting others, so their likelihood of success goes up. I think you can get more than 2 people to actually... You can assist 2 people at once, stuff like that. Let me check. Command. What can command do? Command station's major actions are assist. You can use the assist action on your turn while in command and may pick 2 characters to assist rather than 1. You can create a trait. You can spend a momentum to make somebody act right now on your turn, or you can use rally to essentially regain momentum. You don't have any minor tasks specific to the command action. You can just do...
Yeah. I mean, we
minor
do have
actions.
2 commander, or, command staff.
You do.
We do have Phlesc. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think Hopkins, because we do need Dinah to shoot. Both either Phlesc or Zonvagor, or both, to raise the shields.
If that's what you're good with. Everybody good with that? Alright,
It's the best
then.
of bad set of choices.
Best from bad choices?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So the ship shakes, maybe the captain gets knocked out of her chair, or since she was so close to the tactical console before, she gets thrown from the tactical area and has to crawl back to the command chair. But the captain is essentially losing her major action. Okay, that was their holding on to the initiative and using it to attack you guys. It's now back to you again.
Shields.
So, yes, operations haven't gone yet. Also, it's basically operations and tactical haven't gone yet. So, whom of operations wishes to go next if you want to regain shields? Is it going to be Phlesc or is it going to be Zonvagor?
Oh, I think it might be me because I've got all the medals and I think I'm slightly better in most situations. Yeah, one more in
Certainly.
engineering.
Yeah.
And equal or 1 off for the rest. But I'd have Zonvagor assist me.
Zonvagor would essentially be missing Let me see, actually. I could be making that shit up. Assist. Assist is a major action. So if he is going to assist you, that will be his turn this round to assist. So it's a one and done job.
I think it's important enough because I don't have the same bonus as Tavish to boost the shields as much.
That's, that's up to folks, and if you're good with that. Okay. In which case, Dave, we're going to need you to be Zonvagor then, to assist Phlesc. So if we are regenerating shields, we are going to operations. Regenerate shields requires reserve power. You've still got reserve power for the moment. This requires control and engineering assisted by the ship's structure and engineering. So Mark, when you do yours, check the box for ship assisting. Otherwise, Dave, if you could take control of Zonvagor, please. He is giving us just control and engineering 1 dice.
Let's
Oof.
use some medals. No successes. All right.
No successes. Yes, you're going to need to...
And focus in force field and deflect shield technology.
Sure. Doesn't
It's a dedicated
Phlesc
focus.
have something he can do where he can get somebody to re-roll?
Parent figure if there's 2 people.
Ah,
Repair team leader, no. Nicotine is extended task. Oh wait, no, it was. Zonvagor has it, because it would be what I used to have, which is ops management.
aha. Whenever you create a trait representing a piece of equipment or an
Oh,
observation, any character who benefits from that trait while you're present may reroll a d20.
No.
He's not creating a trait, he's aiding you, I'm afraid.
Yep.
He can always spend his determination to reroll that 17.
Dave, you're in control of Zonvagor.
It's up to you guys.
Well, Marcus managed to get a good roll there for Phlesc. 3 successes. You required 2.
Oh, I need something gold then.
Save Zonvagor's for later.
Okay, so you get 1 back in the momentum pool. Now, what happens here is that if the ship regains shields equals to the engineering department, its engineering department is 2.
But
You
I will
can
also
gain more if you spend momentum. 2
and I
per
have 2
momentum.
bonus momentum to spend, which
do?
is lost anyway.
Aha.
So-
So you can spend those to regain 4 easily.
Yep.
Doing. Very good. Any more will be on a 2 points to shields per 1 momentum spent.
Well, if everyone's okay, go and get that back up to 16 by spending 2 momentum.
Any objections?
No, none for me.
Cool.
Do it.
No.
Okay. Take 2
Yeah,
and we'll boost it.
They try to fire at us again. It's gonna be more difficult.
Yep.
If they
Cool.
try and fire at you again, then yes, the difficulty goes up. Absolutely. So there we are. You weathered that storm. Now, unless you are spending that last 2 momentum to retain the initiative,
No, we'll have to hang on to that.
then it comes back to them again. Now, let's see. They don't need to regain shields. They don't need to do much at all. So we are going to take a quick aside as we work out what happens to the MupwI. So, let's see. The MupwI. Pretty talented crew. 10 threes? Let's have a look. No, let's do better than just have a look. Let's go to the MupwI bridge for a moment and see what the general... what he is with these guys. Tactical Officer Thorek has 11-3. The Operations Officer has 12-3. Helm Officer has 12-3 again. So it speaks more to the MupwI crew being... Let's get back to the nebula. The MupwI crew aren't just talented, they are actually exceptional. So we're just going to do a quick old exchange of fire between them and the Cour destroyers to get a look at how they are doing here. Because, you know, they're Klingons, they're not just going to sit by, they're going to move in and they're going to take the fight straight to them, so let's see how they do. That was a success. Their disruptor cannons are bigger than a bird's of prey, so that's 10. That's 5 is going to mean that, whereas the Cour destroyers only have a talented crew. So they are going to do the same. What did they do? They got 3 successes, which means they're going to pool that directly into an attack. They are using combined fire with their short-range disruptor cannons. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Which means the MupwI takes 7, so they took a bigger hit. Okay.
Oh, thank God.
So, yes, those Cour destroyers, very, very tough, or very lethal at close range. So the MupwI has engaged 4 of them. Tavish! Yeah, Tavish gets thrown around a bit along with the rest of the crew as the MupwI is not without some punch to its own weapons, but compared to the combined fire of 4 destroyers at close range, yeah, they shot out just over a third of the MupwI's shields in one salvo. Seeing as that was essentially their turn, I will allow Tavish to try and do something whilst she is over there with the MupwI crew. Like, ooh, I don't know, get shields back.
Yeah, that'd probably be an idea.
So, that for you would be control and engineering, assisted by the ship's structure and engineering.
Which one is it?
So, you are choosing control and engineering.
Yeah.
And then
I
when
was
you
looking for
press the perform
starship.
task button, you are looking for the MupwI. The IKS MupwI.
It is not on here.
It is on there. There's 2 of them, in fact.
I see the
scroll.
Dokabak.
So above the Dokabak should be the IKS MupwI. Can you not see them?
No, all I see is the
Okay.
Yggdrasil class.
Alright, okay. Must be because it's not a player-controlled ship. So let me change that. It's the MupwI. If it's not that one, then it's going to be the Narendra Station MupwI. So, Klingons... It's the Klingon starships. There we go. The MupwI. Is it because you don't have ownership? It is because you don't have ownership. Let's change that. So, cancel all that. Start again.
Okay.
Control and engineering. When you press perform task, check the box for ship assisting. Hopefully the IKS MupwI is now in that list.
It is, yes.
Excellent.
What is systems?
The ship the ship is assisting with structure and engineering.
Okie dokie. No focuses.
For you, well, what have you got as far as focuses go? Power systems, computers hacking. No, no, no foci. Just talent. Oof.
Ooh.
Ooh. 2 successes, so that's the good news. You hit the nail on the head, so the MupwI does recover 3. They have a better engineering department score than the the Combs does. So they do regain 3 shields. Nice. Interesting. Could it be because you took a point, you guys decided to take a point away from engineering and throw it into security instead? I think I remember you guys doing that. There we go. Nevertheless, well done, Tavish. So that was you, that was them, that was you. The Orion ship. The Orion ship. It's going to float over here behind the cover of this EM cloud. But before we move on to the next round, something else comes over the comms net.
You really think you have a chance of winning this, Hopkins? Let me alleviate you of that delusion.
As you get a report from your tactical officer that there's another ship decloaking. A little further out in a different zone is, unfortunately, a Vorcha-class attack cruiser.
Eep.
So now we add them to the mix now. Right, so back around to you guys. Brand new round. Whom of you starts and what do you do?
Do we want
Oh,
to
actually, wait a
Good
minute.
boy.
Nobody's fired yet from your team.
No.
Roll it back. Roll that shit back. That was my fault. I completely forgot your tactical officer had not gone yet because you've still got +2 damage that you haven't used.
Yep.
So let's say that whole thing with the Vorcha class attack cruiser has actually happened. It has decloaked. You do know it's there. So now your tactical officer has an interesting situation presented to them. You originally wanted to try and bust out to see which one of these birds of prey might indeed have Captain Darkran on them. Do you still think that Captain Darkran is on one of the birds of prey?
No.
No.
Does everybody else echo that statement?
Well,
I'm
there's
thinking
a
he's on
picture.
Vorcha now.
Mm.
So what would your tactical officer like to do?
We should deal with some of these because we're meant to be protecting the convoy.
Yes, yes, yes. Good, good, good. So, now, let me remind you of the situation you have. You do have the phased Polaron beam cannon, but it is close range, which means it operates only within the same zone as you are. It's your heftiest weapon, and it has intense and piercing, which means that you can ignore a ship's resistance when you fire it. And of course, you only need to pay 1 momentum to up the damage rather than 2. But it is your shortest range weapon. Your phaser array, on the other hand, can reach any other ship in nearby zones. Has slightly less punch. Can do an area effect. Can do spread, so that it can try and do the devastating attack spend, which, if I recall what that is, devastating attack spend is down here somewhere. Yes, so it costs 2 momentum. So so when you damage a system on a ship, you can damage an additional system for just 1 momentum rather than 2. Versatile 2 means that on a successful hit you will gain 2 bonus momentum that cannot be saved and must be spent on doing something. So, or of course you've got very long range photon torpedoes. So what would you like to do, tactical officer. No ideas?
I reckon we shoot, dump as many bonuses as we can into shooting one of them, seize the initiative, shoot again, then make our way to this one. The big ship. They're taking out a couple of these. The big one, and moving over.
Opinions, thoughts, queries, concerns?
I mean, my only concern is we only have really one person left to go.
Yep.
So we really can't seize the initiative.
But then in the next round, would we be starting anyway?
Yes.
Point.
In the next round, we can seize the initiative for free because it'll be a new round.
There you go.
So we can.
So the question once again becomes, which target do you want to shoot at with which weapon, using your tactical officer? No ideas.
Which, the closest one to us?
I mean, regardless, we're gonna probably either defeat them all or go out in a blaze of glory.
How very Klingon of you.
When this happens,
Tell you what, yeah, so we just clear those out and then move straight for this one. Yeah, let's do that. We could try to take out one or two this round.
Alright then. Who's going to be the tactical officer? I tell you what, Liz, since you essentially lost your turn, this turn, let's let you be Dyneth. Just going to target one of the nearest creatures. So Dyneth needs to give us a control and security, aided by the ship's weapons and security. Liz, your cursor isn't moving, so I'm guessing you didn't catch that, or you haven't got there yet. Which is
Sorry, what?
Use Dyneth, shoot the ship's weapons. And remember to check the box that the ship is aiding.
Would it be control or daring?
It would be control, using the ship's weapon targeting systems. That is a good point, though. You do have a minor action that tactical can take first, which is... calibrate weapons, which means you fine-tune the frequency of energy weapons on your next attack with the weapons increase the damage by 1. Or you can do targeting solution, which means on the next attack you can either re-roll a d20 or you can choose which system is hit.
Ooh, that one. Because Liz sometimes rolls a d20 more often than we do.
Which would you rather? More damage or target-specific thing?
Reroll.
Want to do the
target
reroll?
specific.
Okay, so
Yeah,
using
reroll.
targeting solution as a minor action. Gotcha. Well, okay then. Let's
I mean,
fly.
I don't know. There's a few people that do roll more 20s than me. Combs.
Yes, well, let's not cast aspersions. I already bent Connie's ear about that in training this week, so you know.
Let's see. Focus. What is this? Nope. Okay. So, yep. That's all right.
Ooh, that's good. That's very, very good. 4 successes at this close range. You needed 2 or 1 rather. I needed 3. You got 1. I'm going to be nice. 2 over and above what you need because you are within ridiculously close range. You essentially aim the nose and fire. So you get 2 back into the momentum
you know, add
pool.
difficulty.
Which
And the
weapon
difficulty didn't add
system
up
were you
to,
using? Sorry, I talked
We're
over
close,
you.
so obviously the big one.
The big one.
We-
The
Always the
lance
big one
cannon.
if we're close. Mm-hmm.
Okay. For the viewers at home, that is the phase polaron beam cannon,
Which has intense and piercing.
which means it ignores resistance, and you can use those 2 extra to pump up the damage by 2 more.
Do we want to make it an even
Oh no,
10?
there's 2 extra. Well, this is it. It's already a 10 thanks to Connie. Thanks to Gerkow using sensors to add more to damage, so it's already up to 10.
Do we want to
Do we want to make it an even dozen?
Up to you guys.
Are they bonus momentum, or do you want to keep 1, spend 1?
The bonus momentum you get from firing the phaser array, not the polaron beam cannon.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Hence why I mentioned.
we had 2. I mean, we had 2 extras, or we still have 2 additional.
Because if we keep the 2 additional, you can fire it again. Seize initiative, fire it again. Then it's a new
No,
round.
it's the end of your turn.
Yeah, it'll be at the end of our turn because no one else could go.
Oh, okay. All right, then spend
Because
it.
remember, Hopkins didn't have a main action because of the shaken, not
Oh,
stirred.
yeah.
All right.
Half and half. Spend and save.
So are we only spending 1 to make it 11, or are we spending 2 to make it 12? What are we doing?
How much? The amount of times we've attacked Bird of Prey, I cannot remember how many points their shields have.
It's not for me to tell you.
Go for the 11, and then we'll know if it's enough for next one.
Yeah,
So
we'll
just
do,
spend
we'll do
1
the
momentum?
11 for now.
Okay.
Yeah, bank 1.
Knock 1 momentum off for me then, please, Liz, as I attend to the 11 piercing damage, which means that they are shaken, not stirred.
Okay, so they need like 13-ish?
13,
Is
maybe
that
14?
25%? That's not 25%, it has to be more. Okay, ba-boom. That was a huge hit. Let us not mince words. But they still have, like, just over a quarter of their shields left. So, you've used up your +2 damage. I'm going to take that away for now. Dook. It may well make an appearance again later on. Who knows? As we roll around to a brand new turn. So, as ever, you guys start. Which is a good point, which means I take away Shaken. Because you have had that effect. So, who goes first? What are we doing? What's the plan?
It's cool.
this turn,
Fire
folks?
again.
I was going to say, do you want to do what we did last time?
Set ourselves up.
No, yeah. Find a weakness.
Do we? Do we not just want to shoot once, seize initiatives, shoot again? Make
Well-
our way. Well, that one's almost done. If we can weaken another 2.
Well, what does the group think? How many people think that you should just look to clear out the smaller targets, or stack advantages in order to make it a
I mean-
heftier boom, or move and go for the big target? It's, it's entirely your call.
I mean, we could always work on the smaller targets, have sensors start stacking benefits on the bigger one. So when we do go for the big one,
Do we keep the benefits on the big one after the round if we haven't used them?
I will say if you haven't used them, then yes, they can stick around.
Okay, then that's not a bad idea then.
Just stack, and then when we
Since we
finally
used
use
them,
them,
we
it's a big boom. We might be able to one-shot it.
Bearing in mind, because of the distance, the electromagnetic eddy will make scanning that distance more difficult.
God damn you, Eddie.
And that also means that shooting it at that distance will be more difficult.
We harness the power of the eddy.
Good.
Let's clear up these
Interesting
small
point.
ones.
What were you thinking there, Connie?
Send something that's harmonious with the eddy, but will hit the Forchow with some kind of, extra explosion. Use eddy, make big boom, basically.
Use the eddy. Interesting. Ah. What do other people think? That sounds interesting to me.
I'm all for science.
Yeah, sounds fun to me.
Okay.
Science,
Well,
big boom.
This sounds like your science officer has something to do. Essentially, what you are trying to do here is create a trait as your major action. You do have the minor action of calibrate sensors or launch probe. Calibrate sensors allows you to ignore a single trait affecting the task, in this case electromagnetic eddy, or re-roll a d20 when you try and create the trait. So which would you like it to be? Ignore the electromagnetic eddy trait, or give you the opportunity to re-roll a dice?
I think reroll.
Re-roll.
A bit more flexible.
Okay,
Yeah.
in that case, then you want to now try and create a trait using your sensors to essentially say, shoot here and make electromagnetic cloud go boom next to the Vorcha, essentially.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to need control and science, aided by the ship's sensors and science. Sensors and security, actually, since you are making the same martial thing.
Can I use code focus?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, then I don't need to do reading. So am I gonna do the ship assisting tick box?
Yes.
Okay. Combs and sensors and science or security, sorry, for the ship.
Security, please, since you are looking to do more damage. Oh, that's good. That's exactly what you needed. Alright then, you have created a trait. What I will do is, I will essentially give you a bigger boom on that. So I'll tag you for that. Creating, essentially trying to target that nearby electromagnetic cloud to give off this wicked blast of energy when, if and when you target it. Okay? Nice. Are you going to use the keep the initiative right now, or save it?
No, let's do it now.
Hopkins is free one, I mean.
Oh, Hopkins. Yeah. Do it.
Yep, I can use the command trait. Let me find it again. I got so many.
Yep.
There it is. Decisive leadership. So
Decisive
shoot again?
leadership. Now, also remember that one of your major actions as command, if you move back to the command station, which means you'd have to spend your minor action to move back to the command station. But if you do,
Oh, I would have probably did that last one because that was all I would have had.
Spend a momentum to select an ally on the bridge who immediately takes a major action, and you assist them using control and command, which is another way of taking an extra action. So this would cost you a momentum rather than the decisive leadership. Although technically you could use decisive leadership to keep the initiative, give it to Hopkins, and then have Hopkins go, "You shoot now!" outside of their turn.
I like that. I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it will cost you a momentum. A momentum to do.
And then they would be able to, on their turn, still use a major action to fire again, right?
Yeah, yeah. You are essentially... You're spending momentum to jump that action to do now, and they still get... That still doesn't count as them having had their turn, as it were. So, is that what we want to do, or do we want to save it until afterwards, as just in case something else happens that you want somebody else to jump in really quick?
Nah, let's do that.
Spend a momentum then, please.
Alright. Fire!
Using direct, so you select one ally, Dyneth. So let's have... Dave, this can be your turn to play Dyneth.
Okay.
Dyneth gets to do an attack action with the ship assisting, but also with Hopkins assisting. So Hopkins gets to roll 1 dice control and command, and Dyneth gives us control and security with the ship assisting.
But you know what? I am going to actually use this because I have inspiration.
Nice.
Weapon systems operation as focus.
Yes.
Ship assisting. Combs. What am I using?
Weapons and security.
Weapons. Toki.
Nice.
Do I want to use one of my Starfleet medals to give us additional 2 momentum? Nah, we're probably gonna hit it anyway. We're probably gonna hit the ship anyways.
It's already been hit, so it's a...
Rerolling.
Rerolling.
Yep. Because I have... what do we...
You're going to use your veteran bonus.
Well, don't I have something else that allows me to reroll?
Well, take a look, by all means. Let's see.
I have so much stuff.
Commanding officer... no, it's not that one. It's not that. It's not that.
I do have like 4 orders, or like 3 orders of the bat left.
But that won't kill that complication. Actually, no, it will.
Yeah, you know what?
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Pardon me. I'm thinking of a different thing. Blah.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just use one of my orders of the bat list.
Okay, mark one off. So that's just 3 successes. So essentially, the captain strung off a load of syllables in part Klingon, part Federation standard, which made Dyneth go, wait, what? Fire now? Oh, right, fire now! And quickly fired with the Polaron beam cannon, I take it.
Is there anything else?
Well, yes, you can fire with the... Okay, never mind, I was rhetorical. I see, that was rhetorical. Yes, pardon me. You are shooting at the bird of prey that has got its shields nearly completely down? Or are you shooting at the Vorcha-class attack cruiser?
I'll leave that up to the group. Do we want to attack the vulture, or do we want to finish off smaller bird of prey?
Vulture.
I thought we were setting up the vulture. Well, we haven't got our big weapon, though, for that.
No, you don't.
If we go in closer, we've got more damage. And so if we clear out some of these little ones, we can then also do an attack pattern and also scan for weaknesses, so that when we do shoot it, it is a one-hit.
Yeah.
So I think take out the little one, protect the convoy, go for him.
Yeah, because we do have the convoy we have to protect. And we already have more damage with it. I think it's for the Yeti to help us out.
Dave, Chris, and Connie, what do you think? Take out the little one, or start aiming at the bigger ship?
Because so if you aim at the bigger one, we would have to
Take it.
I feel like I've done enough boss battles in my life to know you've got to focus on the ads first.
Yeah, I would say take it.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Same
the phaser array is 6 damage, and we would have to use momentum. Granted, the phaser array does have spread.
Yeah, spread the damage.
Yeah, you could use spread, but if I can remind you what that means... Hang on to that
I was
question,
gonna
Dave, don't lose it. Attacks with this weapon, anything with spread, reduces devastating attack cost momentum spend to 1. This is repeatable. So spread essentially allows you to hit more than one system on a ship if you lower its shields and target specific systems.
Ooh, the area when you succeed in an attack, additional targets in the same zone may be hit by spending 1 momentum for each additional target.
So if you were targeting the vulture with that, it's in its own zone, so that would essentially be wasted.
I know, but I'm also mentioning it for the...
Finish the little one and spread the damage.
So you want to instead use the phaser array on the birds of prey to try and
we
pick them
can
off.
use area, which is spent by spending 1 we don't have enough momentum to be able to hit.
Yep, it's another tactical consideration, I'm afraid.
We do have enough to hit 2, though.
Yeah. Again,
I kind of just like using the polar iron beam and just destroying them right now, and try to build up momentum later.
I can't make these decisions for you, folks.
I think that's a good idea. We can build up the momentum with other actions. Spend and destroy.
So, once more, for my benefit, the phaser array, trying to hit multiples, or the phased polaron beam cannon, focusing fire on 1 target.
I think multiple... Take out the ants, as Chris said.
Phaser array. Okay.
Okay, so are we going to spend the last 2 momentum to be able to hit 2 of them at the same time? Or technically 3.
Let's also not
What I was
forget
thinking is
that...
use the polar iron beam now, finish the one that's hurt, build momentum so the next attack we hit 4 of them.
Alright, yeah. Do that. So you hurt 1
area
as
effect.
much, and then the next attack you could get 2.
But bearing in mind the 2 momentum that is earned from a successful attack with a phaser array cannot be saved. It can only be used to maybe add more than 1 target to the spread. To the area, pardon me.
Just roll well, Liz.
Yeah. Whoever's
Go for
rolling
the-
as Dyneth, essentially. Or did we do that already?
So we've not taken the shot yet. So we've still got 1 shot.
No, we just took the shot. We're just figuring out
We
which
just took
weapon
the
to
shot, we're
use.
figuring out which weapon we used.
Okay.
With 3 successes, we gained a momentum, right?
You gained a momentum, yes.
Okay, so we'll have... So basically we have 3 momentum, so I'm just going to throw that in there so we can see it. with area, we spend 1 momentum to hit an additional target. So for hitting, say, this one.
Starting off with
Spend a
that one,
momentum
that's your primary target. You can spend 1 to hit another one.
Hit, one here, and then it's repeatable.
Yeah.
So we can spend a second one to hit this one, and then a third one to hit this one.
Sure.
If I'm reading it correctly.
Now you've already, if you're using the phaser array, just from successfully hitting with it, you automatically gain 2 momentum that cannot be saved but can be spent on something like choosing 2 additional
so basically
targets.
we can hit all 5 of these. We can
And if
hit
you
all.
spend
Do
2
that,
momentum
yeah.
again, then yes, you can hit all 5.
There you go. That's the answer. Hit all 5.
Yep, we're hitting all 5 with the phaser.
Alright, if that's your final decision,
Yeah.
then knock off 2
Pain.
momentum. And it's going to be... interesting. Badoom, 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 badoom. So a spread fire does that much.
I don't
Oh, we
think
didn't
were
even
doing
finish
We
one.
were doing the area, which because they
Yeah.
were all in the same zone.
Yeah, we're all in the same zone, and you spent to hit them all. The phaser array does damage 6 over an area. You, 2 of the free momentum you spent on hitting an additional 2 targets. You spent 2 to hit an additional 2. You did not, however, because the phaser array does not have piercing like the phase polaron beam cannon, it did not ignore their resistance, their armor resistance. And therefore that was taken out of the damage, leaving 3, so it only did 3 to each of their shields. So you did a successful spread fire, which hit all 5 birds of prey. Shaved a bit off of their, shaved about a quarter off of their shields each. That is a success.
There's only 1 health left on that baby one.
But that,
Can
I
we just-
hasten to point out... Yes, sorry, Connie, go on.
I was just thinking if it's just 1 health, we just bump into it on the way and finish it off.
Well, I was about to point out that big shot that we just spent so long on debating was an extra action from Hopkins essentially yelling a command to fire to Dyneth. So Dyneth still has a turn she has yet to use to fire again. But you have just used Hopkins's free keep the initiative, so now it comes back to the Klingons. And as such... Ooh, now, Klingons. Yeah, they're gonna fire. Are they, though? Yeah, the boss has turned up, potentially. He's not going to be happy if they do nothing. Yeah, screw it. Ooh, actually, no, that is a good point. What can you do when your reserve power is gone? Can you still open fire? Right, so that's what happens at that point. That is a good point. That is a good point. That Birel class bird of prey that has got only some left, it did suffer a breach because you had made it shaken by knocking so much of its shields down first and then hit it again with that spread fire to knock its shields down, taking advantage of the fact that it was already shaken. So they have suffered a breach already. But what I was getting to was, can they still operate as a team? I am going to say, because they're shaken and have lost reserve power... Have they lost reserve power? Yeah. Knocking them out, so they won't get as much bang for their buck. But like I said, the boss has turned up. Are they talented? They are talented. Weapons, security, 2 dice. 2 dice? 2 dice. Blammo! 3 successes again, which is a successful shot, which means, not counting this one, disruptor cannons do 7, 8, 9, 10. Not ignoring your resistance, because they failed to do that, so 10 is that is 5 is 11. Whoa.
Not shaken.
Not shaken, just on the verge. Just on the verge. That was a close thing. So the ship rocks a little bit as it comes under intense fire from 4 out of 5 of the birds of prey. Now it's back to you guys. I want to see what you do.
Do you want me to get the shields back up and hope we get enough to seize the initiative to then fire? Just because we're close to that halfway point.
I mean, we could, because I don't trust the Vorcha to not try to fire at us.
Cool. Let's do the same. Drag Zonvagor in with me.
Alright then, Chris, could you be Zonvagor this time, please?
Yep, by all means.
He's probably already
is-
got what you need to roll pre-selected.
Almost run out of medals.
Control engineering, I'm assisting, right, so 1 dice.
Correct.
But not really much in the way of focus, is there?
For shields, not so much, no, I'm afraid not.
No worries.
Oof.
Nailed
okay.
it.
It's all down to Phlesc and the ship. That was good. That was 3, which means you get 1 over and above what you needed.
Plus 2 bonus to add 2 more. So that's 2 plus 2 plus 2. So 1 above where we were before.
Yep.
Which, incidentally enough, is enough to seize the initiative.
Yes. Should you wish to spend the last 2 momentum in the pool to seize the initiative.
Do it.
Fire
Do it.
away, Dineth.
Fire away, Dineth. Dave, looks like you're up again. You gonna finish off this bird of prey?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Or you can shoot one of the other ones with the big cannon, and maybe if we get more momentum for next round, then we can do another spread and take them all out.
These are valid tactical considerations.
I think that using big cannon, because we didn't kill it with the small cannon, so we should pick a different one with the big cannon.
Ultimately, Dave, you're the one who's going to press the button, so what do you think? Finish that one, or build up damage on a different one?
Up to everybody else. I'm not really too fussed.
Big cannon it is then. There's only one vote.
Let's go with the.
Anyone have any
big one
objections
inside
to the plan of not finishing off the little one?
No. We
Okay.
can fire at a different one. Let's see if we lower that one so the next area spread.
We can get more
The
than
next area attack
2.
takes up
Possibly
more
get
than
2 at once. I can see the logic.
Mhm.
That's fine. All right then, Dave. You know what to do, I hope. Same as last time. 2 successes on the money. So that's the big cannon on the underneath. So that is a success, which means it does 8. I know it was targeting this one, but I thought I'd get a sound effect off anyway. 8, ignoring that, means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Means that it is definitely shaken by that surge. Huge attack. It's not quite down past 25%.
Which now, that one has taken 11 damage. This one's taken 14. These have taken 3.
If you want to break it down into numbers like that, then yes, correct.
Eventually, I'm going to remember how much freaking points these ships have as shields.
That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Their turn now.
How have we faced them and I can't remember?
Decisions. The Vulture is going to scan you for weaknesses.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
But that's going to be difficult for them, given the area they're in.
True enough.
Hopefully that won't work.
I know, I'm hoping that it doesn't work either.
Scan for weakness. And because I've got some extra going on in there... I don't earn myself any extra because of that, so... yeah, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Well, I think I will ignore your ship's resistance. Piercing does not start with an O, Matt. Alright, that was their turn. Your turn. So, command has gone, tactical has gone, helm could have aided that, actually. But helm has not gone. Neither has...
maneuvers.
Sensors has, also it's left to helm and operations.
Evasive maneuvers from helm?
Yeah, no, that will work. Get more evasive maneuvers.
Because you don't get penalties to attack.
The benefit also of evasive maneuvers is if you win, so if you don't get hit, you do have the option of using evasive to move the ship one zone. So you could technically use evasive maneuvers to jump into the same zone as the Vulture. Not saying that's what you have to do, I'm just saying that is an option for you.
Yeah. Yeah, evasive maneuvers. Then what's Zombie gonna do? Oh wait, no, Zombie's already taken his turn. He assisted me with the shields.
Yes, he has.
So it is just Helm.
Yep, Helm's the only one that needed it.
So...
yeah, we should finish off these guys just to build up momentum. To blast everything at the Vulture.
Now, how do you imagine you will do that with only Helm left to go?
Oh, for now, we just evasive maneuvers, but we don't use it to move if we succeed.
Use to stay put and in the middle.
Use it to stay put, yeah.
Everybody else good with this idea?
I'm down for fire everything, yep.
If Romulan Commander Nero taught us anything, it was at least that. Right then, in which case it comes back to their turn.
Why those green bloods? It's the Klingons. Klingons die in blaze of glory all the time. Keep fighting.
It's time to do this. They are going to ignore this and then going to fire their disruptor cannons, but not their big one. So they're going to fire the disruptor array, not their disruptor cannon, because they are staying put over there. So they're going to use their not quite as big weapon. But I do throw an extra dice into it, and I get 4 successes. Giving the distance, and oh, I have to do it up against Zhang's roll. So, Chris.
Yep.
You're going to have to roll evasive maneuvers for me. So that's daring and con, assisted by the ship's structure and con.
Yep.
And she does have a determination.
She does.
No, they do. They will have a determination because as commanding officer, I'm gonna give them my determination.
Aha!
Oh, damn.
You could use 2 determination to get 4 successes.
Oh.
If that's what you think you need to do.
Do we? Are we doing that for the memes, or is that a sound tactical? If I'm using 1 already, I guess, now because it lays. Does that mean I'm rolling 3 dice? Am I remembering the rules correctly there?
I mean,
you
I am going to
just
give you the
roll 2.
determination. Now I just got to roll
That's
it
a
against
good
my
question.
control to see if I get it back. I do not.
You do not get it back.
So what am I doing?
Okay.
Sorry, that's the 2 dice.
So you are rolling. Well, that depends. Yeah, actually, you make a good question. Are you spending the extra determination?
What do we think?
I think no. I think you should spend both determinations, guarantee it, and then it's hoping that you completely beat it, so they miss with the ship's roll. Because it's 4 successes you're up against.
That's a good point. This is essentially... So if you're rolling 2 dice, and the ship is rolling 1 to assist, Liz's determination uses one of those 3 dice to automatically roll a 1. If Lian Zhang then spends determination, she is replacing another one of those dice to roll a 1. So it comes down to essentially the roll of the ship assisting this evasive maneuver. That determines whether or not you beat this. You have no momentum to buy any extra dice, mind you, so this is the only option you have, unless you want to just let it.
Without the
roll.
determination, the maximum success, unless you rolled 2 1s, would be 2 successes plus ship's 3. So you were always at a very big disadvantage to win this. But with the 2 determination, we've at least tied, if not beaten it. And avoiding, 14 damage to our shields. Because it avoids our resistance.
Up to you, Chris. What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh, Dave?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
If we tie, do they still hit us?
If you tie, that was the difficulty, that was the target number they needed to get to hit. So you really need 5
so
to make
we
them miss.
really need 5. So yeah.
So the only, which is impossible without using the determinations.
The double determination. It's not impossible,
Okay, it's very, very unlikely.
but you
more
tip the favour into it being more likely if you do spend not only Hopkins's determination, but also Lian Zhang's determination to guarantee 4 successes. So then it all comes down to the role of the ship assisting.
It also avoids a risk of complication whilst we're taking something which will shake us and possibly cause a breach. I think it's worth it.
Okay, I'm leaning towards using the determination. And so how do I make
Alright.
that happen in my roll? So I've got using focus tech. I've got to use the determination tech. 2 dice, isn't it? Ship assisting, yes.
Yes. So essentially, we're going to replace the whatever it says you rolled on that dice that isn't a 1. We will assume it's a 1. So that it all comes down to what the ship rolls.
Okay. And it was structure and con, wasn't it? Sorry, for the ship.
Good question. I've forgotten. Let me find it.
It defaulted back to communications and command, which is wrong, isn't it?
It is structure and con. You were quite correct. Yes.
Lovely. Right, here we go.
Ooh, it was an 18 on the ship. so they hit you. But it was the most incredible... I mean, Chris, come up with the most ludicrous maneuver you can think of that Lian Zhang tried to pull off here to try and escape getting hit.
Wait. Here's the funny part. She could have bought an additional dice by adding you a threat instead of determination, using bold con.
Yeah.
You don't need to give him more threat.
Well, that's the thing. Did you want to give me more threat?
He's already got 8.
Maybe not.
No, don't give me any more than I already got. Okay.
I'm just saying we could have, and it would have been a success.
No, he just gives us another chance at possible success.
Once again, your ship is shaken as the Vulture manages to use its disruptor array to fire at a distance. And it is a glancing hit, but it is a heavy glancing hit as it uses piercing to smash your shields, which means that you once again have the option of next turn around somebody misses using a major action, or all the other options again, they keep slipping my mind. You lose reserve power, or you suffer a complication. Apparently I shifted to Sean Connery there.
Keep Trasa
We do gain a momentum because Liang Zheng did use her determination because of Fate of the Heart of
Ooh,
Human.
good point. She's human. Therefore, when you use your values to spend a determination, you may add 1 to the group momentum. Well put. Well put.
Well, she used 2 determination, so do we get 2?
No, she didn't use it. The captain used a determination.
Ah.
Nice try. I admire the
And I was
gumption.
hoping that would work too.
I'm going to say we don't use Zonfagor. Like, a complication's not a great idea. We need reserve power to bump up the shields again. I'll just use the last of my... Yeah. I'll use almost the last of my medals, including a Legion of Honor, to bump up the shields. And then if there's enough momentum, seize the initiative if you want to shoot or do whatever. So yeah, I just won't have Zonvagor assist me, but keep the captain, because the captain's ability to get Dyneth to shoot is
More
really
than
useful.
once. Yes.
Yeah.
But it does cost momentum. Okay, cool. We go briefly back to Tavish. Now, Tavish has, obviously, choices here with the MupwI. Either hold off and repair shields, or try something different. Would Tavish like to try anything in particular? Any bright ideas she may have had that she might want to implement? Or does she want to try something like boosting the MupwI's power to their weapon systems? Or something else, boosting power to the shields? Anything you can think of?
I'm gonna wait until they get hit again, because I mean, I could boost their power to the shields. Actually, I could give them more shields. Actually, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So same as you did before.
Control and engineering. I am no, because it's nothing to do with computers, but I am still hooked up to the MupwI's computers. But I am using this though.
Self-reliant. Whenever you succeed at a task where you did not purchase additional dice, you generate bonus momentum equal to the task's difficulty. Nice, but that bonus momentum cannot be saved.
Yeah. Oh,
which will
Is it
be
wo-
useful in bumping up the MupwI's shields. Yes.
Yes. So I will do that.
Nice! Alrighty then. So, regenerating shields is control and engineering assisted by the ship's structure and engineering. Four successes. You needed 2. Which means you gain 2 over and above what you needed, and you also get that bonus momentum of 2. So the MupwI regains 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I have to spend it then, I can't save it.
And you can spend it, but you can't save it, which brings the MupwI back up to full shields. Captain Akul looks over in Tavish's direction and goes, "Excellent work, Commander. Maybe I should have you instead of Keth."
Thank you, sir.
Keth
Poor
is like,
Keth.
Engineer Keth is like, he does this every time.
I
Poor
know.
cat.
I know, Cat. Don't worry.
I don't need your pity, Commander.
The funny part is,
Hold on, is this the end? Is this
the same way as a cool does cat?
Sorry, Dave, you were saying?
I said, is Kev the engineer?
Yes.
Yeah, they had rapport because they were both absolutely tired
Yeah.
and stuff.
But so are you, and you just fix their shields.
Yeah, but Tavish was going. Don't worry, I understand.
It's alright, Keth. I got you. Keth is like, don't give me your pity. Give me results. Because he's a Klingon, goddammit. Incidentally, how does the MupwI do against the other ships? 4. Nice. They needed 2, so we're going to throw 2 extra into that. They have disruptor cannons at 12, which means 7, which means baboosh, big hit. So thanks to the extra effort from Tavish, one of those destroyers gets shaken quite badly. As a result, the destroyer, they're just plain talented, they're not exceptional like the MupwI crew. I'm not going to spend anything special on them, we're just going to have a look to see how they do. Oh dear. Oh dear, they make up for it. Okay, so that's, they needed 2, they got 3 extra, which means that becomes 8, 9, 10, 11 is so 11 minus that leaves us with 6, which is nice. That would have been worse. Actually, my mistake, I forgot. There's 2 extra. It's close. The MupwI was almost. If it hadn't have been, it's not half. It's just over half. You're still just over half on the MupwI's shield, so you're not shaken. But if it hadn't been for you, it would have been.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
If it goes over half, is that classed as damage to the ship?
That counts as being shaken, which means that essentially either Tavish would have missed her ability to regain the shields, or the MupwI would have lost its ability to make an attack.
Okay, so it's not actually damage to the ship then?
Not yet.
As long as I can keep up those shields, then...
Yeah. Then you are helping the MupwI stay in the fight, and they are knocking down the destroyers bit by bit. Okay, folks, that is another round done. The situation is that you are slowly whittling them down, but they are wearing you out too. Any thoughts?
Shields?
Battle strategies going into this next... You still have yet to fire on the Vorcha, which means you have yet to do that extra bit of.
Oh, we're gonna stack
boom.
more we're gonna take that out in one. We're gonna stack more stuff on it. But
So when we do finally attack, it's gonna be like, dear Lord.
bloom. Because we can get scan for weaknesses. We can attack pattern. We're definitely gonna hit, and we're definitely gonna do damage. But I think because we got the ability to do 2 attacks with Dyneth and Hopkins,
Hold on to that, Dave. Don't forget it.
we can
That
weaken
mark
another
finishes
one, then do a spread attack, and hopefully take out 3.
It's a good tactical decision. Dave, you're going to say something?
I was going to say, I think Chris's idea to get rid of the mobs in front of us first is like the best idea.
I suppose. Yeah, what we're really looking at is what order. What's the order you want to progress in? What's,
Shields.
What's
I'm
more
gonna
important
get-
to you?
Yeah, we do need to up the shields. So.
Shields is happening now, so that's the last of that one, last of that one, first of that one, and it would just be me because
Last of that one, last of this one.
Boy,
and it's the only thing a bit. So it is still using a focus, and it is a dedicated focus. The ship is assisting. Oh, roll dice.
Oh no.
Only 1 success.
Only 1 success.
After all that, these rolls.
After all
goddammit.
that,
So we only get. Do we get
that doesn't
anything?
make much sense. Hang on a second.
Oh, you chose the wrong ship.
You chose the Yggdrasil class. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do that one again. That was
Are you-
incorrect.
right. Try that again.
Now that makes me wonder, have you just...
Yeah, no, I've always been picking it because I just hit Starship. I've not changed it. Whereas
No, you have not.
The
Get
USS
rid of
Combs.
the
I'm not.
Yggdrasil class. That's a spanner in the works there. It's
Yeah, USS Combs. Tick tick. No determination. Try that again. That's a bit better.
What does it think? There's a ship here that's not. Anyway, 5 successes. That's more like it. And it kept the same ship roll of 10. So, it worked out in the end, folks. It worked out in the end. 5 successes. So this was what? Remind me.
Shields.
Shields.
Shields. So that's a
But I've
2
also got-
that's needed. You got 3 over and above what was necessary. Okay, cool.
And it's equal to the ship's engineering.
Which
But
is
then
2.
I've got 4 bonus momentum.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost to full shields.
And that'll be me. And then Hopkins could use her free season initiative to fire once.
So, using a momentum to order Dinah to shoot again?
Okay, sure.
Shoot for the first time. Yeah.
Oh, shoot for the first time.
Now,
Want to do the spread now?
Chris and Dave, are you alright in the current positions you're at, or do you want to swap again with one of you being engineering this time and another, or one of you being Zonvagor this time and the other one being Dyneth? Or do you want to keep to what you just were?
Bearing in
Yeah,
mind that
fine.
Somvagor doesn't get a turn this.
That's a good point. Zonvagor might not get a turn. But, oh no, somebody's going to be, pardon me, Lian Zhang. Lian Zhang and Dyneth.
Yeah, I don't mind taking over Zhang again.
Okay,
I was going to say, up to you, Chris.
so if Chris is okay with being Lian Zhang, then that means, Dave, you are still as Dyneth, the tactical officer. So, question becomes, what's the target of your next attack? And with which weapon? Why
Well,
I was
let's see, I
doing a
I
poorly
think we
attempted...
should use the polearm
Charles.
cannon for this one to attack one of the other
And further
birds of
weaken.
prey. So the next turn when she attacks, she uses the phaser and hopefully takes out more than one.
That was the plan. Are we sticking to it?
Yeah, I like it.
Sounds good to me.
Do it! Dave!
But
Again, she spouts a whole raft of nonsense. But Dyneth gets the general interpretation of what she's supposed to be doing. The captain's yelling in my direction. That means she must want me to fire.
what?
Good. I can feel your anger. Sorry, wrong. What's the word I'm looking for there? Wrong IP?
But out of curiosity, how many d20s have I rolled today? 2? I think it was 2. You had to jinx me, Mark.
I don't know. Look at that roll, Dave. That's awesome. A 1 and a 2 on the same roll, but the ship rolled a 19. Nevertheless, that was still 4 successes. I mean, damn.
I'm so blaming Mark on my bad luck now because I was rolling good until he said something about me rolling 20s.
So essentially, the momentum pool is full, but you got 1 over and above, which could be put into damage, which means
damage?
It is 9 for damage. Any extra you want to throw in, is that good enough?
Because that'll be where we've done 12 damage to this one, which should roughly, if our math is correct, that this one has about 1, and that's already done 14. This would have about 2. This should have about 4. So 3, 4, 1. Hopefully left, if our maths are correct.
Okay, so throwing only that extra 1 that you got over and above that couldn't fit into the momentum pool, you do damage to another one, setting them up for a big attack in a moment. But that was your seizing the initiative for free and then using Hopkins's direct major action, which means it's back to the Klingons. Oh, that's a good point, because that one that you just knocked its shields right down means that it is shaken too, so they have to miss a major action.
Are they all shaken?
They're all shaken. Now, this one's already lost its major action, but it's also taken a breach. So the major action they are going to not do is regain shields. Because, again, the boss is watching and he wants them to attack. So they are going to attack as one flight. So they are going to attack as one big lot, foregoing their ability to regen shields. All or nothing, as Liz said earlier. Boom, bang, bang. Actually, I should have rolled more than that, but what the hell? Ooh, I don't like that. Actually, that makes a small amount of sense.
Because only be 2 of them, really, as a part of the...
You know what? I am going to let the dice gods dictate that action there. You've done so much crippling damage to so many, to more than half of these ships that they are. 2 of them are now fumbling around, leaking plasma and whatnot, whilst the other 2 are then therefore struggling to draw a correct bead on the combs. So, yeah, I will take that as it was given to me, as they were trying their best, but they didn't manage it. Okay.
So, do we want to do? We want to do evasive first? Because the vulture hasn't.
He hasn't gone yet.
Because they're still there. They can't do much.
Yeah, we could always have Dyneth attack and then siege initiative.
You now have a full momentum pool again, so yes, your options are now broader.
But we don't suffer a penalty, so we could go evasive, seize initiative, attack. So it looks cool. Defensive attack.
I mean, we could. Yeah. It would be funny. We do evasive maneuver in the middle.
Yeah.
And just shoot all around us.
Basically pull a donut. And just fire in every direction. Yeah, I mean, because then...
We're in the middle.
No, that's the idea I want.
Good. Now fire in all directions.
Yes, it speaks to how good of a pilot Lian Zhang is, that even though she's pulling evasive maneuvers and making it very difficult for them to hit you, she is still making it just as easy as if she wasn't doing an evasive maneuver for your tactical officer to hit them. So, that's skill. That's skill and talent right there. In this case, literally. So
Yeah,
it is
we
back
can.
to you guys again. Go how you want to go.
So Lian Zhang does evasive and then sees initiative. Fire.
Let's do it.
So we essentially hold off on Lian Zhang contributing to this until the Vorcha gets its attack.
And then boom, boom for seizing initiative.
And boom boom for seizing initiative. Alright, which is to make your tactical officer actually do her actual turn.
Which should be with the phaser bank and hit all of them at once, hopefully.
Alright
So
then.
roll good.
Dave, you're up once again.
Same as always.
Same as was last time, yes. You are looking to now see if you can get a whole raft of them. Using the array, the area spread, pardon me, of the phaser array. 2, which is exactly what you need to do to land a successful hit. Because you are using the phaser array, that gives you 2 bonus momentum that you have to spend, which you can use to target 2 additional ships.
Yep.
You have 4 momentum. You could spend another 2 to target all 5, or you could hold that off and try and just take out the 3 damage ones.
I think we should hit all of them. It is 2 momentum, but weakening them, because that big cannon doesn't quite take them out in one.
That is true, yeah. So 2 more to hit all 5 of them.
Everyone good with that?
Yep.
2 more gone, so each and every one of these ships takes the full phaser array damage of 6. Take away their resistance, and that leaves 1, 2, 3. So, yes, 1 Klingon bird of prey taken down, taken out. Kaboom! Let me remove him. He's just a shower of parts now. The others... they take 3, which means their power is down. They take a breach. Should be knocking them below 25%, and they were already... Ooh, now this one... the same. These guys, though, it was just 3, so it gets knocked down to that, which is not 50%, but nevertheless... weakened further. So, yeah, boom, boom, bang! Took out 1 of them, did pretty good damage to the other 2, did some damage to the remaining 2. Not bad. Very good, folks. Very good. Thinking tactically.
The shields are
here,
exactly
working
50.
out. That was you seizing and maintaining the initiative, which means it is now their turn. And just as before, we are going to scan you for weaknesses. Sensors and control and science, sensors and security. Scan for weakness. Do I? Yes, I do. This is an important roll. And I get it with 1 to spare. They are going to re-investigate. in piercing. Okay. Goes back to you guys, because I am not maintaining the initiative.
Since yours to scan again on the board.
You haven't. Well, Gerkow hasn't had her sensor's action for this round yet.
Weaknesses on them.
So, yeah, it's an
'Cause
option.
if we need to, we've battered them. If we need to, we'll just rush them.
Shall I?
Oh, I think you should. So, once again, the choices for you come down to, as your minor action, do you want to ignore the electromagnetic eddy, making it more difficult, or do you want to be able to re-roll?
Oh, ignore the eddy. Higher chance to hit. We're not attacking them yet. We can also do the other scan as well.
Okay.
Connie, up to you.
I'll ignore for now.
Ignore, okay, so that keeps the original difficulty of scan for weakness, which in this case is 2. So, control and science assisted by the ship's sensors and security.
Of course, focus.
Oh, of course. 3 successes, 1 over and above what you needed. So what are you going for? More damage or piercing?
I think the big weapon has piercing already, doesn't it?
It
Yeah,
does, but you need to be in close range.
Which we're planning on doing once we're done with the amp.
More damage.
Yeah, just keep checking the damage.
The people have spoken.
More damage, more boom. Alright then we will add even more damage to...
I'm afraid to look at how much damage we're gonna have. Poor Vorcha.
No, this is good. This means that you guys are thinking ahead. You are planning your actions ahead, which is what good tactical minds do.
So we definitely should just keep targeting these little ones so we can stack the damage as high as possible.
How much damage did you do to a Vorcha class? Yes.
I think the more appropriate answer would be what Vorcha class? Hit it so hard you erased it from reality. Alright, so that was Gerkow's action and your final action this round. We haven't gotten back round to Tavish yet, but we will do after these quick messages from the Vorcha class attack cruiser. You guys have worked so hard for that. Do I... how much of a bastard do I really want to be?
Oh.
No, you know what? I don't want to spoil what you've worked so hard to achieve, so let's... They're going to be content to stay back and harry you from a distance.
It's also the advantage of not damaging him yet. He doesn't know what's coming.
So, dupe, 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 but I will put one in to do the following. Mediocre. So that was... and so now we need Lian Zhang to resist this attempt to hit. So Chris, you're up. He said be right back. Is he back?
Oh, no, I've been back for ages. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
It's so very quiet.
Determination. I'm
Right.
I'm sad that I can't give the determination.
Yes.
Right, so same as before, daring con, using focus, ship assist.
Ship
You
assist.
can take
Make sure you
momentum.
put it under as the Combs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
don't
can
worry.
take momentum to try and increase the chances. It's only 3. And we've got 3 momentum.
Yeah, so yeah, your chances are much better because I got 3 successes, so it's however you think you want to do this.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Score draw, which means they hit.
Ouch.
Oh, no, wrong one. Wrong one! You're too far away to do that one. It's the banks. They're going to do the banks. So that means that is... From the wing-mounted disruptor arrays, they do 9, ignoring your thing, and I am going to use Intense to add another one to make it a nice round 10, which means they knock you past... Ooh, now. Why have I kept that there? They missed, so that's not right. You guys haven't been shaken this round yet, have you?
No, we were shaking last round. We've not.
So you've been shaken again
missed.
now, as you've not once again knocked around.
Sorry, Zonvagor.
Well, that's why he's there, you know. He's there as an option for you to go.
To absorb.
Not now, boy. We'll forget you and we'll concentrate on everybody else. Okay, another barrage of disruptor fire from the Vorcha-class attack cruiser knocks your shields down past 50%. Just about. Which means your ship is shaken, which means on the next turn around, Zonvagor will lose a major action. Let's get to Tavish! Right. So, what do you want to do in regards to the MupwI?
Let's get those shields up. Again, I'll use self-reliant.
Yep, that you've got that advantage. Structure and engineering from the ship.
Okey-dokey.
That is a success with 1 over and above what you needed, so that brings 3 back to the MupwI. And
plus the 2 added momentum as well.
plus the 2 from the extra, which means you can bring that back up to nearly 100%. Whoa. Thanks to Self-Reliant, yes indeed. Well done, very good. Do you want to spend a momentum to bring it up to full, or...?
It was 2 momentum. I don't know if that
It was
helps
1 momentum for an extra 2 points. And there's only 1 point left in the shields.
Oh, it said the same amount as the difficulty.
Sure, and we've already spent that.
Oh, okay.
So, all I'm saying is...
keep the momentum for the...
Okay.
Keep the momentum for the cones.
Keep the momentum for the cones. Okay. So once again, let us see how well the MupwI do against the destroyers. They are an exceptional group. They are doing a starship attack. That is 1 over and above what they needed. So they are doing disruptor cannon, which means they do 11, which means a 6, which means 2 breaches for one of the destroyers, which essentially means disabled. So you've knocked out 1. Let's put him over there.
Nice.
Nice, which means the Kuch destroyers, they are merely talented rather than exceptional. What do I get? Ooh, dear. 2 over and above, so it becomes 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is 6, is 11. Okay, okay. Not 50%, so you're not shaken. Still hanging in there. You guys are doing really well. You guys are doing exceptionally well. Let's see how this plays out. New round. Bless you.
Shields again.
If it's working for you, you know, then keep repeating the same pattern unless you want to add something extra to it. Legion of Honor.
Right. Oh, should check. Yeah, there we go.
So Zonvagor is missing a major action, so everybody else gets to make their regular actions for now. Shields appears to be the priority.
Yep. Don't have anything else, so... And that's the doorbell. Is that... yeah, it's Amazon delivery. I'll get it later. Using focus, if it's not dedicated focus, it defaults to the wrong ship. Make sure it's the right ship. So, what systems is it for the ship?
Oh, for shields,
It's,
it should be
Something in structure.
structure and engineering. Thank you, Dave.
There you go.
I will, if everyone's okay, take a momentum, so I roll 3 dice.
This once again should also point out that Dave and Chris, are you okay with being Dyneth and Lian Zhang respectively, or do you want to swap just to do something different this turn?
I'll go Dyneth then. Mix things up.
Mix things up?
Yeah.
Dave, you okay with
Yeah,
being
that's fine.
Lian Zhang? Okay.
Yeah.
Groovy. Oh, well, hello.
I've got nothing to counter that.
Oh.
Executive officer, maintenance specialist. Oh wait, no, it's an engineering task because I rolled for engineering. I'm a maintenance specialist. I ignore that first complication.
Whoa, nice.
Oh.
Nice. Very
There we go.
good. Very good. 2 successes, which means on the bean get 2 engineering, so 2 back.
Plus an extra 2 bonus momentum, which I can't save.
So that goes
Brings it to
into
50.
giving you another 4.
Question is, do we want to spend 1 momentum to get an extra 2 to get it to 17?
Up to you, folks.
Anyone agree? Anyone disagree?
We've got a bit of momentum to spare right now.
Pew! Right, there we go. So at least we're hovering above the halfway point still.
Good, 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 good. Keeping it working. Very good.
That's just...
So that was your first action, was shields. Please, shields, keep those shields up. And
Do we
are we
want to
now
do-
doing the same thing we did before with using the Chief's free keep initiative?
I think so. Do a spread attack, weaken them.
So this time, do you want us to? Should we do the area attack again? Because we should be able to knock out these 2.
Will that reduce their ability to damage us? Because
Yes.
they attack us 1.
Yes.
Then yeah, we should do that.
So they're losing
should
extra
do-
damage for everyone you take out.
We absolutely should do that.
So all right. Finally.
Yep, okay, so... The captain does successfully contribute to this. Chris, you are using Dyneth. It's time to shoot with the phaser array.
And the
Here we
ship
go.
should be assisting.
With the ship assisting.
Okay. Security. Is it control security?
It is indeed.
Okay. Ship assisting. I'm assuming I have focus just from, shooty.
Yes, indeed. Yep, she's the tactical officer for a reason.
With. Oops, what happened to that roll? Okay.
4 successes, which means you got 2 over and above what you needed. And because you're using the phaser array, you automatically get 2. So if you're using the area, then that means you can use those 2 to target an extra 2. You can spend another momentum to target an extra 1, which means you get all 4 of them.
You could even spend another 1 to up the damage, so that those last 2 are slightly weaker.
You would be spending more than just the 1.
Yeah, because that one don't have intensity.
It doesn't have intense, yes.
Never mind.
So yeah, just hitting all four of them will be lovely.
Okay, are we good with that? No extras, except for the one we just did.
Correct.
Nice. 6 means 3. Oh yes, that one's done and destroyed. Kaboom! Another one goes up in a ball of fire. What about the other one? 6 minus 3 is 3. 1, 2, 3. Another one goes up in a ball of fire. Goodness gracious.
And if those have taken 9 damage now,
those
they should
2
be shaken.
take 3. 1, 2, 3. So that means they are over the halfway point, which means they are shaken.
Which means the next time we attack with Dynath and using the Polaron, it should hopefully take out one of them.
Yep.
Because if my math is correct, they have 15 points for their shields.
Ooh, you are forcing my hand here.
No.
What do I do? Alright, well that was a big successful attack there. Took out 2 more. As it seems that the birds of prey are coming at you with the singular mission of just attack, attack, attack. And, well, it's costing them. You guys are doing very well at keeping things up. So, I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Well, actually, no, it's the birds of prey's turn. They're both shaken, which means they're going to lose a turn in doing something, which is going to be shields. So it's going to have to be attack. So that's what they're going to do with themselves. They are talented. This is a starship attack. I am going to spend threat. Boom, 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 boom. 5 successes. They get 3 over and above. So that attack does leave you open to a dual strike attack from both of them at the same time. They have got 7.
What does shaken stop them from doing?
8, 9.
It's stopped them
10.
from getting their shield back up.
Ah. Uh-oh.
Now, they didn't use the action to scan you for weaknesses, so they do just pound your shield some more. You know, I'm good with that. Boom, 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 boom. Singularly focusing on taking you down. Or taking down your shields at the very least. No chance. Okay, so that is them. Back to you. Who hasn't gone yet? Command has gone. Tactical hasn't technically gone yet, have they? Because that was the commander uses the direct action. So we've still got Phlesc at operations. We've still got Gerkow at sensors. We've still got Lian Zhang at helm, and we've still got Dynath at tactical. So who's going next?
No, I used shields, so...
Oh, you used shields. You did.
You do it again.
I mean, somebody could move from where they are currently to... I mean, sensors or helm or tactical could move to operations and try and Bring shields up, absolutely.
Evasive maneuvers.
Because eventually it's going to work against the Vorcha.
Well, you've got to imagine the Vorcha does have pretty advanced targeting systems compared to birds of prey. So, bless you. So, yeah, if you want Helm to do evasive maneuvers, that's what we can do. What's the feeling, folks?
Yeah, I think evasive
Sensors, Helm, or tactical?
Helm, evasive maneuvers. We're quite weak.
All in accordance?
Alright.
Hi.
All right, then. So, unless you guys are keeping the initiative,
Do we want to spend that to do the shot? Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
if that's what you're doing,
Dineth,
it's going
you're
to
up.
cost you 2 momentum.
Take it.
Yeah.
All right then, Dineth. Take 2 momentum and fire now. Who's Dineth at this point? Is it Chris this time?
It's Chris.
It is.
Christopher?
Hey.
There we go.
Hello,
now he's
sorry,
moving.
I'm here. I'm here. Right.
They've made you
So-
jump the queue, so you are firing again. What is Dineth shooting with? What's the
What
plan?
options do I have?
I think we can do the Poron.
On one of the birds of prey?
Because it should just be able to take out one of the birds.
If that's what you want to do,
May as well.
then play those notes
Right.
again then, Sam. I know that's not
Okay.
the actual quote, but you work
Right.
with me here.
So,
Paraphrasing.
it keeps like, unfortunately, it keeps like, doesn't save the sort of most recent
No, it
thing.
doesn't. I think that's something they need to work on in the future.
There we go. Boom.
Oof. 3. You're good. That was 1 over and above. So, this was with the Polaron beam cannon,
Mm-hmm.
which means 8. Are we adding any more to that?
No real point.
Mm.
So do
Yeah,
you
I
need
mean, they've
more?
already taken 9. 9 plus 8 will be 17.
I'm gonna go with disabled. That guy's just gonna float. Okay, Polaron beam cannon, kaboom! Manages to essentially cripple that bird of prey. Nicely done. Initiative passes back to me. Do I engage bastard mode or do I not? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to be a demi-bastard. I'm only going to be half the bastard. Half the bastard? Half the bastard. Let's be half the bastard. This is a... this isn't technically a family show, so I think we're good with my cursing. Let's do... I've got to select you first, don't I? Yes, I do. Exceptional. Scan for weakness. How much threat do I have? I'm not going to add more. Ooh, I got a complication. Ooh. I didn't get enough to get piercing, and I got a complication. Alright then. Can't say fairer than that. Back to you guys. Who has yet to go? I think Helm is still in a holding pattern. Tactical have done their thing. Sensors. I don't think Gerkow has had her go yet.
More damage.
Let's do it.
Just add the damage to it.
Okay. So, yep. Gerkow, do your thing with sensors. Are you going to ignore the Eddy? Are you going to ignore Eddy, or are you going to get a reroll for your sensor scan?
Ignore Eddie.
Ignore Eddy. Okay, so it's standard roll difficulty of 2 for scan for weakness. And you got 3.
Nice.
What would you like, piercing or more damage?
More damage.
More damage. Okay. Which means it's back to their turn. They failed their scan for weakness. They are going to use their Helm Officer and do attack pattern. Now, because he has moved away from the electromagnetic eddy, I am going to be, like I said, a Debbie bastard, not a full complete bastard, and allow you to keep some of what you calculated, which is still a hefty wallop. Right, now we go to Tavish. Tavish. The MupwI took a bit of a hefty rollicking just then.
Yeah, trying to get those shields back up. Self-reliant.
Still self-reliant, yes. Doing your thing, doing it very well. Keeping the MupwI in the fight.
Structure and engineering.
These guys are shaken, they're going to miss that. Okay. 3 successes, which means that extra momentum goes in the pool. You're doing very well. That goal is getting over. Very consistent. And you do 3, 4, 5 because of the extra. Actually, you do... Actually, you get it straight back up to full.
Nice.
And you got to keep all the bonus momentum.
Nice.
Awesome. Damn, you guys are really making me have to pull out. I'm gonna have to start being more of an arsehole. I think. You guys are doing too well. If there is such a thing. But before we get to how the MupwI does against the Cour Destroyers, it's time for the Vorcha. But before we do that, we need Lian Zhang's evasion roll to see what it is the Vorcha class has to get on and over.
What am I doing?
You are doing, remind myself, daring and con, assisted by the ship's structure and con.
Is there any
Focus? Yes.
Also, take 2 momentum. Roll 4 dice.
If you need to take 3 momentum to roll 2 dice.
Ooh.
The first one costs 1, the second one costs 2, the third dice costs 3.
Take 1. Wait, no, he might do a ton of damage to us. Take 3. So 3 momentum for 2 dice. We
2
want
extra dice.
2 extra dice.
So you're actually rolling 4.
Yeah, roll 4 dice to try and make it as difficult as possible, because he's going to have a bigger weapon at close range.
And with the ship aiding, that's all 5 of the dice pool.
Yeah, it's max in the dice pool, yeah.
What is it I'm using for the starship? What
The
system
ship
is,
is structure and con.
Okie dokie.
Whoa. Okay, that's what they have to get on or over. No pressure here. Okay. Okay. Let's see what they've got. Okay.
Oh, do you want me to take the free momentum off as well?
Yes, please, if you could. Alright then. No pressure, Matt, but... Are they gonna make it a clean sweep? Ooh, I'm gonna add an extra dice here. Oh, shoot. I haven't been doing that. Which means I've been doing surprisingly well, considering I've kept on forgetting to tick that box. Do I add an extra? No. Let's see how I do. 1, 2, 3, go! I don't do it! They don't hit with their big weapon. There we are. There we are. It is a fire, but it is not a hit. So they charge up their big front disruptor cannon, and, well... Dave, what does Lian Zhang do to avoid that shot? Ooh, wait a sec. I forgot something. I said it was attack pattern, didn't I? I did, didn't I? Which means they get one extra person rolling. Oh dear. Which means I have to roll an additional dice. I get an 18, which is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, which means, yeah, they don't get it. They didn't get it. They didn't hit you. Dave, describe the awesome evasive maneuver that Lian Zhang does.
It's like watching Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious. You know, it's just some like drifting in space. You know, a couple of barrel rolls, full of loop-de-loops.
All at the same time, one after the other.
All at the same time, yeah, one after the other. Yeah.
A drifting loop-de-loop up and over Immelman turn. Imbleman maneuver. Well, damn. Okay. There is about less than half an hour remaining of our time. I know you want to at least get one round's worth of attacks off. See what happens. But I leave the choice up to you. Do we want to continue this into next time to carry this whole thing out to its conclusion? Or do we want to make this turn the last turn and then just story cap it to see the rest of it? It's up to you. Do you want this combat to continue into a third week, a third session? Or, because I know combat can be a bit grindy, would you rather just do this next turn and then cap it there? Or...
Let's do this next turn.
I want to keep on doing.
Keep going until it resolves itself naturally, or cap it.
Until it resolves itself naturally.
Okay, that's one for naturally. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm the same. See what happens.
Connie?
Same.
Okay,
Let's
so
see.
even if the other two disagreed, that's still a majority. Alright, we will...
Which I don't. I want to finish this.
Well, that's what... That's
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everyone wants to finish this out naturally, you know, no story cut.
Yeah.
Just keep playing until it's resolved.
Yeah.
Alright. Even if it means
So
carrying on
that's
into an
fine,
extra
yeah,
week, essentially, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Alright. Okay. Alright then, folks, you heard them. I gave them the choice. They want to keep going. I will say this much. I don't know if it's...
Hard.
What was that, sorry?
I'm a Klingon at heart, so...
Well, we've noticed. But then I've noticed that the rest of you seem to be too, as well, worryingly so. Especially when you get to play actual Klingons. So, I will say this much: I don't think it applies to just second edition Star Trek, because I think that's where they were leaning more to do. Hence why momentum spends, I think, went up a bit. There were more things you spent momentum on, and usually in clusters of 2. And it was only if you had talents that you would reduce the costs down, or were using specific things. But this definitely seems to run off of the risk-reward thing, where both yourselves and myself are gambling on how many points we spend to try and add more to each individual action to see if there's a payoff that then wins us some points back later to do more with later. So there was certainly a point where you were very low and then you gambled them and then you got a whole raft back just from my missing. And then you've gambled more and you've added a couple more, and I've gambled more and I've not really added many more. So this is a really interesting interplay on how you both sides have to kind of gamble with how much they're willing to spend to try and get that. So it's as much as it is roll, 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 it's also how much do you put into this? And we've spent all this time now setting up this big hit. So let's just play the MupwI. Well, damn, because Tavish has been keeping these guys in the fight really, really well.
Better get that barrel of
blood wine. Well, yeah, I think they.
Yeah.
And I want a medal as well off the Klingons.
Tavish is doing a good job.
Oh, you are joking.
Oh, that's not good.
I like that. Wait, is that the?
That's the MupwI shooting at the Kuh destroyers.
Damn it.
So
I was thinking of a
something in the earlier problems they had when they lost plasma containment by hitting that EM field is probably coming back to bite them, and in a big way. Ooh. I'm gonna. Ooh, shoot, what do I do? How much do I do?
Go for it.
I'm going to say one complication triggers a breach in engineering, which then triggers a breach in the structure.
Is that damage to the ship?
That's damage to the ship.
I take a...
yes, you do. That is a point. Yes, you do. Where is it?
A deadly 4 injury with the piercing quality.
You have the medal to reduce injury.
No.
Oh. Uh-oh.
So you have a cybernetic device implanted directly into your brain, allowing you to interface with computers and similar technologies with their thoughts. Initiating or breaking the link between your mind and a computer system takes a minor action. While you are connected, you may reroll 1d20 or any task. Blah, blah, blah. However, if the computer or the ship containing it is damaged, you immediately suffer a deadly 4 injury with the piercing quality, which means you can spend 4 stress to not take an injury.
What's the piercing quality?
It ignores any resistance you have, like any armor you're wearing. But you aren't wearing armor, so that doesn't matter.
You know what? This is the first time this has happened. So, and, you know, 2 complications. You know what? Stuff it. Let's take the deadly 4 injury.
Right.
Ooh.
Deadly brain injury. So essentially, the what happens is the Captain Cool tells the tactical officer and the helm officer to line up for another shot, and just as they throw power into the wing-mounted disruptor cannons, some kind of surge happens, which causes a backlash of energy through the systems, at which point the consoles start exploding, and one of them, of course, causes a power... let me try that again. That causes a power surge to go through the neural link, which then propels Tavish into the bulkhead behind her as she's flung via electroshock and is knocked unconscious and could start dying.
I have an idea. We need to help them.
The MupwI does have a medical officer.
But it's the next round.
Somewhere.
Rather than doing shields, focus fire on the vulture. Attack.
Oh.
Use everything. Seize initiative. Attack again. However we do it with Hopkins. And hopefully take it out by dumping everything we can into it.
I was going to say, also, communications are down, aren't they?
Yeah.
No.
So, I thought they were. They
No,
were.
communications have been hacked.
Oh.
But that's a very good point. Why aren't they stopping your ability to communicate?
It was something I was going to try, but I've been trying to keep the shields up.
Yeah, keep the shields up. So you've been very busy. Yes.
Yeah.
You have been very busy.
And now I'm knocked out on the floor.
Yeah. How do the Cour destroyers do? They do well, actually. Enough to hit, which means 8, 9, 10, which means the MupwI suffers shield damage, but they're alright for now. But they didn't do any damage, as they've suffered a breach in engineering and a breach in structural cohesion. Alright, that is the end of that round. We come back into another fresh round. Ooh, right, so things have developed. Your sensors do register the problem on the MupwI, and they also can register that there are a couple of life signs that are now fluctuating, one of which is fluctuating badly, and that appears to be Commander Tavish's life signs.
Let's hit this vulture hard. Attack. Seize initiative, attack again. Both times with a big gun. We've got the more damage. Let's try and build up momentum. Spend the momentum as we need to increase damage. And then go and help. Let's just disable it. Ignore that little one now. It's not... We've taken out most
now
of
that you've taken out the flotilla, you have minimized the amount of damage the bird of prey can do, for sure.
Yeah, let's get Dynath to attack, then use the free initiative siege to attack again. And Dynath's got a determination as well. Let's just throw everything at it.
Oh no, Dynath does have a determination. We never used hers.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Mark's saying.
Yeah, use it.
Yeah, let's use her. I mean, but then again, her value is battle isn't everything.
Sure. But, you know, this is not battle, this is survival at this point.
Chris, do you want to take Dynath again?
Yeah, I can do.
Okay, cool. I'll
So
take
use
Liang.
Dave Sticker's Lian Zhang. Okay, cool. So,
Thought that we'll get that sorted right now.
yeah, that's a good point. Well done, Dave. Thanks for bringing that up. Oof. Alright then. Take it away, guys. Who's going
Dynath
first?
fires first.
Dynath's going first.
Dynath fires first. Alright then. So you know how this goes.
Yeah.
Take a momentum, use your determination. Oh.
Whatever you need to do.
It's fine. Alright, here we go. Boom.
2 successes and on the money hit. Well
And
done.
that's 8 plus...
So it's, yep, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you want to add that 3 there.
Yeah. Oh, Dyneth didn't use her determination.
Dyneth did not use her determination, no.
Oh, okay.
Saving it.
Saving it. There we are. I'm just repeating everything now. So I'm going to be quiet. I am not going to be quiet, you wish. No, my job requires me not to be quiet. So that makes it 11 overall for the Polaron beam cannon. Are we leaving it at that?
We need 1 momentum to seize the initiative, don't we?
You need 2.
For the free one. No, for the free one.
Take it and shoot.
For the free, you don't need any.
Okay.
It's free.
Yeah, what we do need for Hopkins to yell, "Fire again!"
Yes.
In which case, we'll take 1, add 1 damage, make it a
Even
nice
doesn't?
12, and then
Betting
we've got
the
enough.
whole pool. Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes it a nice round 12. You're ignoring that, which means 12 puts it down to that much, which means he's definitely past 50%, which is shaken.
And then Hopkins
Seize.
comes.
Seize it. Do it again.
Hopkins comes in using her Starfleet Medal of Honor, as well as you ordering Dinah to fire again.
Okay, so you have to
This should
spend the
give-
last momentum to use the direct action to order Dyneth to make a second attack.
Sure, same roll as before.
Same rule as before.
You should.
Unfortunately, the captain does not add anything unless she can re-roll that.
Can she?
I don't think so, but you never know. I could be wrong.
No, unless
Boom.
4 successes.
But here's the thing,
That
I
was
used my
awesome.
Medal of Honor. That adds another 2 bonus momentum that can't be saved.
No, because yours failed.
Yeah, yours failed.
On a successful task, I was helping.
That's
on the
a good
task.
point.
Ooh.
It doesn't say
Because it doesn't
just
say
yours
my
on a successful
roll
task.
has to
Yeah, you're quite right.
Ah.
You threw that in there on the sly. Very nicely done. Which means 2 have been added to the momentum pool because you got 4. You needed 2. But there's also an extra 2 floating around that can't be saved, which means you can at least bump the damage up to 10.
10.
There's 2 momentum in the pool.
No, 10 to damage.
Do you want to make it 12 by adding 2 more?
Do we? No, because we've got to try and reel around and help.
Yeah, we gotta
I
help. That's why because I almost was about to also add the Order of the Bat'leth, which is the same as Legion of Honor, which would have added so much more. But no, I'll save those.
Alright, so you're fine with it being 10.
Yeah, 10 damage. Ugh.
It should be enough to
10.
disable it.
Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? How much did you do before?
12.
12.
So we've done 22 damage in 1 turn.
Hold the phone. I've miscalculated here. The first one was 12,
Ooh.
yes?
Yep.
Yes.
What you actually
With piercing.
did was that much. She didn't shake it.
Oh!
The second
Okay, well
attack
then-
you did, you're doing 10.
Oh. No, because they're not shaken.
They're
We do
not
want
shaken.
to do 12 damage. We want to do the
I
same
mean,
again to get them below
Because it
half.
does have piercing, which doesn't go against their, which ignores the resistance.
Oh, that's right. You've got a piercing weapon. Blah. Sorry, I am doing this wrong. Excuse me for being an actual idiot. You use the Polaron beam cannon, which has piercing as a default. Doofus. Right. Let me replay that then. So the first one was 12.
Yep.
Boom. It was more
So
than
it's
that.
just below
1,
half.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which made them shaken. Right. Yes, I'm back with you using the Polaron beam cannon. The second tank is 10. We're taking 6, then we're adding the extra 4, which means it suffers quite a hefty hit to its ship structure as it is listing. It is now just drifting in place as you've caused multiple breaches. Alright.
Can't seize initiative again, but
No. No, not yet.
That was your big hits. Nicely done. You seized the initiative for free. It's now...
Which just leaves the poor Barter Prey that just watched us one-shot Avorcha. Oh, double tapped.
Oh, so predictable. You really thought I was in that ship, didn't you? You really can't make up your minds which one you think I'm in. Well, guess no longer. Shall we get to? Another ship.
Pardon me. Another ship decloaks. Dyneth recognizes this. It's a Navar-class warship. It's one of the biggest ships in the Klingon fleet.
I told you you had accomplished something that few before you ever could. You have brought together many of the great houses in opposition to you and the filth you represent. House Creedak was more than obliging, and offered me the use of their flagship.
Okay. Let's clean up the the tiddly ones. And we got 2 on 1.
Right, so, essentially that was their action, decloaking, raising shields.
And monologuing.
And monologue. Well, yeah, he gets that for free. But it's back to you guys again. You have...
All the crew
Go on, sorry.
sees is Hopkins' evil grin as she's already debating on how she's going to spin this up against, on bragging to her aunt.
I mean, we've taken out a small fleet. Just
Yeah, exactly. Hopkins is thinking on how she's going to, one, brag to Javok and then her aunt. She's taking out a fleet.
Okay.
At this point, it's just a bragging race between two captains.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right then, so back to you guys. So you've had Tactical go, you've had Command go, who then ordered Tactical to fire again, and you have essentially disabled the Vorcha-class attack cruiser. You still have Helm and Sensors and Operations to go.
I think...
Shields.
Do we want shields? Because if we go for evasive, if they attack, we can move into another zone.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, evasive moved into this zone, which means they have to go. They have to shoot farther if they do attack.
And if they don't, we'll set up to shoot this one, and then go help.
Yeah, you want to take that last one out because of the convoy.
We can't attack this round, but we can set up to be protected.
Oh yeah,
so,
can we also order the convoy to, I don't know, move over here?
If you want to, then yeah. I mean, they haven't spent any actions per se. They've just because they've got no weapons and very little shields.
They're hiding behind us.
Exactly.
And no initiative.
And no initiative whatsoever. So you know, these are just cargo freight haulers. So they're just essentially they're stacked in a cluster, going, "Oh my god, as this huge battle goes on around them."
All I'm hearing is witnesses to Hopkins's great captaining.
Oh, absolutely. You know, this is a massive, this is an incredible battle that's being seen here, that's going on. But these guys, you know, they're essentially just space truckers who are just sitting here going, okay, so far so good. So far so good. No one's hit us. But Jeebus. If one of them hits us, we are toast.
There's actually a game called Space Truckers, by the way.
There is a film called Space Truckers, and it was
No, not a film. There's a game called
There's a game.
Space
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I forgot about that. Okay. But yes, absolutely, you can order them to go. So, what was your next action to be?
Evasion helm.
All right. What do I do? Evasion helm. Okay.
Is that Chris or Dave?
It's
I've been shooty more than dodgy recently.
I've been dodgy.
well, now that you've lost Tavish for a moment, yes, make a concerted decision as to who you want to be. Because this is a new round, so that's a good point. So between Dave and Chris,
oh no, Chris. We already decided that Chris was Dynef and I was Liang Zheng, because he's been doing the Dynef rolls to, do the shooty.
He's been doing good with the Dynef rolls.
So we're doing evasive maneuvers for
the combs. Yeah. So don't do it yet, because we need to do it to show what they need to hit you. Alright, but you are calling it. So likewise, you're doing your helm, they're doing theirs. Let me have a look a second. What's that mean? Okay. Okay. Ooh, interesting. What does that make me want to do? We've only got minutes left. I'm going to have to make a decision. Alright, they are going to spend their minor action to close the distance. And they are also going to do evasive maneuvers. Over to you.
We've only got... what is it?
Who's left?
Sensors.
Weakness.
Sensors and operations. Yes.
Yeah, scan for weakness.
Scan for weakness. So, Gerkow once again gets the choice. Reroll a dice or ignore electromagnetic eddy.
Ignore.
Ignore eddy. Okay, so then it becomes back to what it was before for sensors. Ooh, my lord! 3 successes. You needed 2, so you want to do piercing.
No damage if they're that close.
Well, Connie, your decision. Damage or ignore their resistance.
Damage.
You add extra 1 point of damage. Alright. So that was your sensor operation. They are gonna do the same? Mirroring you now, so... let's go with sensors and security. I also got 3 successes. They choose piercing. Over to you. Who's left?
Shields!
Is it operations?
It's operations. It's time for shields. Phlesc, it's all you, buddy. Or is it? You guys haven't been shaken this turn.
No, so I can get Zonvagor to help.
You can get Zonvagor to help.
I'm out.
Chris, do you want to be Zonvagor? Chris? No, you shot. You got to shoot twice. Dave, do you want to be Zonvagor?
Yeah, please on the go.
Here we go.
Control and engineering, yeah.
Yes.
Here we go.
Is there any?
That's not amazing, but enough.
No focuses for Zonvagor, I'm afraid not. So you managed to regain 2.
I'll take a momentum to get another 2.
Doink. Okay.
Ugh. That's it.
It is time, but I think we need to end the episode on the Klingons letting loose with their weapon systems. So
I was gonna
here
say,
we go, folks.
Have we done number 2
No.
yet?
Sorry?
Have we done the MupwI battle
No,
yet?
we haven't, but we can always sort that next time. What we really want to end the episode on is the Navar class attack, Navar's attack against the Combs. So, first we need Lian Zhang to give her evasion roll.
Okay.
If the evasion roll is ends up being higher than the Navar's attack, then that means you can move to the same zone as the MupwI. But let's see how you do.
Take a momentum.
It's structure and
So,
con.
Helm
Structure and con?
for evasive, it is structure and con from the ship, daring and con from Lian Zhang, yes.
You want me to take momentum?
Yep. This is going to be a big attack.
Unless, of course, I fluff it, in which case, you know, there is that risk.
Okay.
Same
But
with
you
this
lose 2.
evasion roll, actually, so let's see how we do.
Oh, yeah.
How are
Please,
the dice
please,
gods
Fab,
going to
please, Fab.
decide? 3. Alright. Alright. I am spending a threat to add a 3rd dice. I get 4 as they round their disruptor cannon, their underslung disruptor cannon, on your ship. Ignoring your
Resistance. Oh.
resistance. And you know what? 13.
Ah.
The ship is shaken and takes a breach, and they use their fast targeting systems to aim the breach at engineering. No, they aim the breach at weapons.
Damn it, if we would have had a momentum, I would have been able to change to not be able to take the breach because of the order of heroism.
We have
I need
momentum.
2. I need 2.
Ah.
Nope, they specifically targeted because they can use fast targeting systems. They targeted your Polaron beam cannon. Your Polaron beam cannon is temporarily knocked out.
And just suffered a complication.
And you need to choose that. So, is Zonvagor missing his turn next time?
He has to be.
Yeah.
So, yes, the Navar warship opens up with its disruptor cannon, and the impact is huge enough that it sends everybody flying as the whole ship shakes, and they do a direct strike on your Polaron beam cannon's emitter, which means that your strongest weapon is now temporarily offline until it gets fixed. And that...
We need to get one of those. Disruptor cannon.
That will have to wait until next week, because that's where we finish for today, folks. They voted, they wanted it, that's what they get, so that's what we're going to do. We have to wait until next time.
Can the Combs survive this?
The Combs has survived, to be fair. You've used tactics and the whole risk-reward gambling of momentum to your absolute best positives. You know, cannot fault the effort you guys have put in here and the forethought put into doing it. You systematically took apart that cluster of 5 birds of prey, effectively eliminating them. And you did knock out a Vorcha-class attack cruiser in one very well-prepared big hit. So, you know, you cannot fault the effectiveness of the Combs crew in that regard. It just so happens that House Varoth hates you this much that they brought a Navar-class ship in for an assist. What happens? We are going to have to wait till next week, because we continue on to see how this works out. So in the meantime, glory to your houses, everybody. This has been a very worthy battle between rivals. And the fact that the Combs has been effectively, you know, outnumbered and is still in the fight and has only now just taken a big hit deserves much credit. That is much honor to your house right there. So we will see you here next week for the resolution of this episode. Let's see how they do. But until that time, yes. I've got no words. I'm blown away how great this has been. So we will see you next time for the resolution of this battle. Cheerio, folks.